Okay, well, the door is closed, so I think we're gonna start. So I'd like to welcome on stage Ola for a presentation of their Students' Night Film Club.
Thank you, Zulaya. Thank you. Okay, I have too many slides, too many things to say, so I will skip some, so sorry for that. Oh, you're here. Okay, so that was the question. There is a picture that you cannot see, probably. So, as you may know, Krakow is a vibrant university city. We have a lot of public and private universities and colleges. With the Jagiellonian University, which is one of the oldest in Europe, I guess. There are some numbers regarding the amount of students last year, and back in 2012, the number is here because it's the date when we established the Students' Film Nightclub. So over 13 years, we're running the same format. As at your cinemas, every cinema in Krakow, whether it's art house or multiplex, it has like discounted ticket price for students. So there's nothing interesting for them to choose Kino pod Baranami. Except there was no dedicated space for students from the old university in which they can meet, watch films, and talk for the night. So I was a film student when I joined Kino pod Baranami. We were having our screenings all together, and then we realized that a lot of our friends from like medicine and other faculties want to talk with us about the films. So we decided in Kino pod Baranami that we're gonna find a slot to create this safe space and an environment for them. And as you also do, we have like a morning school screenings, then we have a regular screenings to the very night. So we came up with an idea that there is some space slot starting from 11 p.m. And so we were very open to this initiative of other students and myself also. And I was so dedicated that I started to run the club. This is my working hours, except the regular hours I have from 10 a.m. Till whatever it is. So, you know, we screen like new films, we have discussions and lectures before given by students. They receive free tickets for this particular screening and for the same screening of this movie before, so they can be prepared for the introductions. They receive free coffee before, not to fall asleep, and then we have sandwiches. Sandwiches are prepared and themed by the films, inspired by the films. So you can imagine anything, like from the I don't know, if there is a blood, there will be something red on the sandwich. We also have guests like filmmakers, film critics, and we are very grateful because they have to be on their feet around 1 a.m. at night, and they stay as long as it is, and they talk with students about their films, about their stories. We use a Facebook page, which is not very useful right now for students. We use the main Instagram of Kino, so we don't have separate one. We did have a Twitter account, but I have no time to run it, so it's that right now. We do have a promotional graphic displays on the screen before every screening in the cinema for each event. And we also have a newsletter that I write, and it's like a personal note. And we also do video invitations that we post online mainly. And we also have obviously partners like associations connected with students and universities. I want to point out the UJTV, which is Jagiellonian TV run by students of journalism. So we cooperate together. I will show you some videos if this works. This is an invitation. Does it work?
Cześć, nazywam się Tomek Chabowski, jestem scenarzystą i reżyserem filmu Piosenki o miłości i zapraszam Was bardzo gorąco na nocnik 20:45. Tam będzie wyświetlany nasz film. Miłego oglądania i miłego zwiedzania. Z tego co słyszałem, że tam się coś takiego odbywa. Żałuję.
almost every time. This is me and my colleague who's right now running the film club. Today there's like 364th meeting of the film club. I was covering like 300, maybe 20 through these 13 years, also during the lockdown. So as you can see, we have a similar vibe, and we are making the videos also introducing them to the movie and teasing ourselves and posting this online, as you can see the format for the Instagram. And there is also a video introduction made by Paweł from another Polish cinema that was a guest speaker because he really wanted to come and see how it works. So I told him, you can come, but you have to run the club. So he agreed on the movie. He came from Poznań free of charge for us. And then this is the coverage that University TV is doing for us. Those are students. They coming over for our night screenings. They are interviewing students. They doing the video footage, and they post it on the YouTube. So after every meeting from since 2 years, we have this kind of footage. They are not perfect because they are learning about journalism and so on, but this is for our archive, and we also use it as a promotion. Yes, and there are some pictures because I really wanted to show you, because from what I am saying to you, you can not really feel the vibe. But you see on the picture how many people are coming. This is Ada. She's starting after film studies. She was our very frequently speaker. Right now, she used to work in BFI. BAFTA and Sky TV and many others. So she started her film career in our club. We have anniversary screenings with some gifts for the most active attendees. This is a pod, regular pod, because the short nickname for the film club is Nocnik, which means pod. I don't recall when it happens, but we also use it in our formal informations. Sometimes we have a so big audience that we have to do transmission of the introduction from one room which has 128 seats up to the second one. Sometimes we have to add the third room as well. And many friendship has started, as you can see on the pictures. Yeah, those are people speaking at 3 a.m. about films. Yeah, we eat sandwiches, many sandwiches, a lot of gluten. The room is very often full, and there's the TV interview happening. Oh, we also have guests, not only filmmakers, but also, the girl is not visible, so sorry. This is Takahiko Okazaki. He's the managing director of Choya Alcohol in the Central Eastern Europe. So I get in touch with him when we were screening some Korean films and Japanese films, and she was serving Choya for free. Tom, I guess it's your fault. No, sorry. After screening, discussion, interview with him, we went to karaoke with him and ended up at 6 a.m. This is the square near the main square. This is a Polish actor that came after his theater play at 1 a.m. joined us for a conversation because we were showing his film. There's another film director who also joined us. He was the first one. There is, even injured students are coming because they can skip any of the meetings, and we have a lot of stairs, like 3 floors, no lift. Yeah, I'm also the active participants are also coming with me to radio broadcasting because I mean they already feel as a part of the community, but I also want them to speak for themselves on media as well. We did a pop-up cinema at the university lobby like 10 years ago. So we were screening trailers of the film that we'll be presenting through the next weeks during the film club. We were given free samples and we were talking with each student, like literally with each student, promoting the film club. Also, we celebrate any holidays. So these are the donuts, Polish donuts. So they bring donuts, whether it's a pączki day, so they bring them with them and serve to everyone. This is a very specific cake for Eastern. So a guy from a technical university baked it and brought it with him for the screening, so we ate it. It was very tasty. And also the idea, this is my colleague and me, we were screening the... Oh, I tried to dress for the meeting inspired by the film. So this was the film, The Peasant? Tomek, jak są chłopi? Peasants? Yeah. The Polish animated film? Yeah, so it was inspired by that film. Peasants, yeah. Okay, so this is a short movie. We were screening a movie with a skateboard team, and some skateboarders among us were, so we were like, they were presenting this.
Bravo!
This is me, sorry. This is us after the screening. We used to have a free drink after the screening discussion. We used to have a free drink in a friendly bar next to the cinema. We also actually do every year. We do some pictures, farewell pictures before the end of the semester. We also have some fun. Guess the movie. Yay! This is the footage from the discussion. Also, 3 a.m. in the morning. They're still there. Sometimes they don't want to go home. This is me, sorry. This is our life through the lockdown. I couldn't imagine not having these weekly meetings with them. And also they really want to stay connected. So through the whole lockdown period, we were meeting on Zoom, watching the movie, the film from movie, and then from our own platform, because we set up a VOD platform like a couple weeks after the lockdown. This is us. We were closing the cinema for the official lockdown. We were the last people standing, last people. We were actually using the key to close the whole building. And this is us before the holiday break. Yeah, the same picture we did. Like the film club was a topic of many articles, and also I was invited to many radio stations to talk about this initiative. We also have a board in a cinema when our audience can put a review of the films, but sometimes they're sending messages to each other or leaving notes to us. Personally, I receive a couple as well. They mostly like good. Oops. They're mostly like. This was me this time. Oh yeah, and this note says that. This note says that was my birth. Once again. Every cinema, every screening in Kino pod Baranami, those are my best moments from my students' life. Isn't it sweet? Oh, challenges. This is me being very tired at 3 a.m. So sometimes it's very hard to find a speaker, moderator for the meeting. So I have to be always ready to step in. So if they have an exams period, they're not willing to spend that many time in a cinema. So this is my work to step in, to get to know the movie, to present the movie, and then to run the discussion. Well, the nighttime, we find out it's perfect for students, but not for a little bit older people. So you have to be, I mean, right now how to call it, I give the, right now my colleague who's 10 years younger than me is running the club. I mean, since last week he does it because he has more energy. As you can see, I still have some, but I know, I'm gonna finish. Okay, so when I got sick or my colleague got sick, it's not easy because we're not a big crew, but it's worth they waving to you because we created a habit of weekly watching all together. People from all universities are coming and they're feeling safe. They're feeling okay with talk to each other, and they can freely exchange their views and points of views. There are friendship that lasts for many, many years, and love stories as well. Alumni are returning to us on every anniversary. We have 10th anniversary, and they're coming from all over the world, from China, from UK, wherever they're in Krakow. They are visiting, and they're choosing to spend the night time with us. And distributors themselves are now asking us whether we plan to put their movie in the program on the film club, and also people like from outside the industry are coming to get to know how this works. Thank you. I'm done. Sorry.
The mic.
Oh, since 30 minutes.
Thank you so much. Ola, you're super passionate about this project.
Yes, I am.
How will you leave it behind? I mean,
Oh, don't start.
yeah.
I already have a farewell screening, and then my colleague got sick, so I have to come the next week, and they said, "Oh, you're staying."
Does anyone have a question for Ola? Yes.
So it was to know the film you are showing is part of the program, or you can show classics and older film.
Okay, so the idea was to show the new films that we are screening in the cinema, because we have so many other film reviews. We have a classic film review as well, so they go to this. They also have discount and ticket, and they have more privilege that I could say to tell to you because I have no time.
Anyone else?
Oh,
I'm gonna go in front.
okay.
So we heard today that elderly people don't like when young students come in Slovakia. Yes, yeah. No, not Slovakia.
Slovenia?
Slovenia. Yeah. Slovakia. Okay, so we heard that. Okay, and how is it like? Is there any like mid-aged people who wants to go?
Oh, everyone wants to come.
But is it restricted, or like does it has like an age limit?
Oh, we do not set like an age limit, but if you have this student ID, even though if you do the PhD and you can be 40 something, you can join us. So the student's ID is the key. But also those people who were like 13 years ago were during the first year of existing of the club, they are already like at my age. So they still are very welcome to come and join. But we do had some situation that someone from the street saw the screening in the program, which is listed and it's visible that it's something different, came over, and then we have this policy that students have the right to buy ticket first, and if there is a place, they can buy the ticket. But they feel safe also because there is this community. There are so many people that are coming back all the time, and so I really tried not to be, exclusive in a way that new students cannot join us, but they don't feel safe if there's someone, let's say, more older than them, like really older. So I had this situation and I have to like excuse someone. Okay, you can stay for the screening, get to know some information from the lecture before, but please, like the format is like that, and they feel safe, and this is my job to make the whole environment suitable for them.
So one short one. Yeah.
After the projection, they will write a post about the movie.
Once again, I don't understand.
After the projection, after the movie, after the next day or in the morning, the morning of the next day, they are writing a post about the movie. I mean, it's kind of a publicity or something.
Oh yeah, they do
That's
pictures. They mainly do Insta stories, and we are reposting them. But for this one, I mean, right now it runs like without any help. Of course, it depends on the period of the year, because when there is a holiday, most of those students are out of town, so they coming and they go to their families. But then I stopped doing screening then, and a couple of years ago they told me, but we're staying. It will be maybe half of the whole group, but we're staying. Can you have the screening? So I decided, why not? I mean, it's like my time, and also if it's easy to do it, and if you keep the frequency, it could work like without any help. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and a quick one. Do you pay extra the projectionist for this projection?
They have some agreements between the boss and first years we have like a different projectionist. We're staying overnight, and then we figure out that it's not good for the project. So we ask if anyone want to create it with me and be like a host with me. And there was I always said that I am the mother. And this film club have like 3 fathers, because there was one projectionist for a couple years and another and another. And right now I have a colleague who is a projectionist, and he also get involved a little bit in programming and contact with people. And they also do the sandwiches. But I don't know what's the specification of the agreement, but they're fine with that. If they doesn't like it, they just say, I can't do it anymore, you have time, just try to find another person. And also, the guy who's right now, who's gonna run the film club, used to be a student. Then he asked for a job in our cinema, so he was like a regular ticket boy. And then he get involved in the life of the cinema, so now he has this, let's say, higher position, and he's more involved in the club and other activities. So he started as a guest, and now he's a host. I really like that chain.
Thank you, Ola. And hope you enjoy your night rest from now on. Next up is Felice, again from the Verkadefabriek in Den Bosch, the Netherlands.
Yeah, me again, sorry. So we recently started organizing film nights for young people that love films, cinephiles, young cinephiles in our city. Unfortunately, we don't really have big universities, or we have 2 kind of small colleges, so we tried student nights, didn't really work out. There were not a lot of students in our city, unfortunately. But we did want to create a place for people that love movies, that like to talk about it on Letterboxd, that kind of stuff. So we're trying to create this community. We've had 9 editions so far, and this is one of them, one of the last ones. So yeah, that's a good one, because so if I go back real quick, I tried it, like I thought about, I don't know how to explain this, but in the Netherlands, there's like, if you play soccer or basketball or whatever, you do a sport. And then after practice or a game, it's very common to go into a bar and have a beer or a drink and then meet up with your team. And that's kind of like, for a lot of people, a really important reason why they still do it when they're like age 30 or whatever. It's like part of the community of the club, basically. So everybody comes together there, has a chat about whatever, and that's kind of what the title tries to insinuate as well. It's that, but then for film. So a social? Yeah, so it's a film social, basically. Okay, thank you. So yeah, like I've already explained a couple of the or at least the first one. It's like maybe like a theater group. There's no group for film, so that's kind of what we're trying to create. And just because it's fun, that's like the main reason why we wanted to do this. And but it's also nice because Verkadefabriek is generally known for being a place for older people, not really young people. We do have a younger audience, but it's definitely not our main audience. So we are trying to get rid of the idea that this is a place for your mom and not for you. So this is like, we're trying to slowly implement like our brand presence, like we're more than just a place for your mom and dad or grandma even, really. They also come. So and besides that, we are trying to we're trying to be really low-key relaxed, but with a little bit of education. So sometimes we have a guest speaker, like a local filmmaker who talks about his ultimate favorite movie. Like we've had Alien, Jurassic Park, all kinds of movies. Some things that worked very well is that we found Stein. That's Stein. He's a local barber. He's like close to where Verkadefabriek is, in like a very industrial area. He knows a lot of people. He hangs out at like all the cool spots, and we were looking for like a local ambassador to help promote this event because we don't have a big audience for this. And he was actually looking for a place to host an event like this, so it was perfect for us. It was like a great match, and he helped spread the word. He picks the movies, and he tries to always be there. And the first 2 editions were a pilot. They were free. Afterwards, they got a survey, and that was extremely helpful. We found out a couple of things like when's the best moment, how do they want to be informed. Like I was surprised they want to receive an email. I thought they just wanted to have like an Instagram post, but they actually want to still receive emails. Something else that works well is the diverse programming. We are trying to do a little bit of a niche or like smaller movies, but it helps to have the diversity in the movie. So we've done Superbad, and it was like sold out, and we're trying to like get them to come to us and then slowly get introduced to like other types of movies is what I'm trying to say. Anime movies, classics, etc. And it's €5 and they get a drink, and Stein's always there to welcome everybody. He's like a familiar face now. So yeah, something that doesn't work very well is that we're relying on him too much. He's a pretty busy guy. There's moments where he wasn't very available or he couldn't be there, and we noticed like a big drop, and we even didn't organize it for a while because it was a little bit too much for him. So that's something that we talked about, and it's going better now, so that's great. We rely too much on Instagram, word of mouth. I think word of mouth is like a very easy like way to communicate things, but that didn't really happen besides what Stein was doing. And then we created a new Instagram page. So we had to start from zero. We didn't want to tell our audience that this was going to happen. That's something that's happening here too, or that I'm explaining here too, is that we wanted to be inclusive. We didn't want to have an age limit, but no one really knew who this was for. And we've organized dance events for younger people and didn't really like specify that either. And then a lot of the old people came, and it was a weird mix. So that wasn't very, and we didn't want it to happen here, but that way no one really knew who this was for. So we had to change that. That didn't work very well. And early summers are, in the Netherlands, it's very popular for outdoor events and festivals, and we're not top on mind during the early summers. Biggest challenges are raising awareness. So yeah, because we started like completely new. As a new social media account, we didn't really communicate a lot through our regular accounts. It was difficult to raise awareness, and I want to keep on like using this platform, so that's a big challenge sometimes. The engagement, that something that's happening at your theater doesn't really happen at ours yet. Some people know each other a little bit and they talk a little bit, and Stein tries to talk to people, but some people are just so shy that they come and leave, and we're really trying to make a community. And I hope in the future that we can maybe do like a film quiz so everybody kind of starts like getting loose, and I hope to one day like visit Dutch film festivals together, get to know each other there, and create a bigger community feeling. Choosing the right movie, it's kind of hard sometimes. I guess that's like a common thing, but yeah, we want to educate but also attract a lot of people. And the financial sustainability, it's not very financially like nice. Like it costs us money every time we do it, but there's a lot of other gains. I've said it before, the brand awareness. I hope that they're gonna see Verkadefabriek in another way than they thought we were. I've noticed of all the people that came that almost 20% never visited us before and now are regular visitors, so that's very positive. And yeah, by building the community, I want to create a long-term loyalty for us. And it's fun to promote smaller movies this way. That was my presentation.
Is it on or? Okay. Does anyone have a question for Felice?
Right now it's monthly. Original photo is thumb was up, and AI helped me putting it down.
Could you also just remind me, how long have you been doing this for? Maybe I missed it at the
For
start.
about a year. We've had 9 editions now. So we started Oh, no, longer. I think time's going really fast. The idea started in 2023, and we had like our first, maybe a year and a half, something like that. And we had a short break, so 9 editions so far. The next one is with Monty Python and the Holy Grail, if anybody's interested.
Which movie was the most, the best attended movie?
Super bad. Yep.
I was thinking whether you're considering any other like famous person from around to work with, because you said that Stein is very busy and have not much time. So are you considering any other partnership with someone, or is it like for him only? I mean.
No, it's not for him only. I don't think he minds. We have a local college teacher who teaches a little bit of film. We don't really have a film school, but it's like a subject, and he's doing a couple of the nights as well. So we have 3 people, I would say, that kind of like switch off, but Stein is the main guy. Okay. But we're open to anybody really that's interested. Yeah, that's not really an issue.
Anyone else? Okay, then we're moving to Charleroi, Belgium. Please welcome Alix on stage.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hi. I'm from Charleroi, Belgium. I'm Alix, and today I'm going to talk to you about high precision audience targeting, and specifically with the example of the Cinemanette. But first, you need to know what is Cinemanette. Cinemanette is an event that mixes video games and cinema, because in Cadiz we have those 2 aspects. People can come to see film, but also try indie video games. During this event, the public has a chance to play video game on the big screen and then see a movie. Of course, it's not just playing video game. We have an host, my colleague Loic is there is there with the public to explain them why he chose those video games. It's always linked to the movie through themes or value. For example, we had the Addams Family for Halloween. And the video games were family games, of course, but also games talking about being who you are and being confident and open-minded with a difference. So now that you know what is Cinemanette, okay. We wanted to reach young and teenage people, so we, of course, use TikTok. At first, we were using TikTok for notoriety, but then we tried to promote the event thanks to Loic, our ambassador for the video for the Cinemanette. So we had 3 different TikTok. One was him explaining the concept of Cinemanette. One was just a funny editing, and one a mini sketch we wrote. I don't know if we can play it. No? What? Yeah. we do all sorts of things in the marketing. Oh, yeah. So.
C'est le jeu vidéo qui va
It's been in French, but I promise you we have funny.
Scénario, ces 2 médiums ont beaucoup en commun.
Yeah.
Et c'est ce qu'on te propose de venir découvrir ici, au cinéma.
Films that were already out, and new film. The last one
ici,
was with
qui a
Flo,
remporté le prix du meilleur film d'animation au Golden Globes.
Thanks to the Oscar. But yeah, so, when we reach the audience, we are happy because they hear about us, and then they go to the events, they enjoy, and that's where the part of the high precision audience targeting is. So we have connected our ticketing service with MailChimp. This allows us to collect a bunch of data, such as their name, surname, the last time they visited us, the number of tickets they bought, and the movie they watch and movie genre it is. So for Flo, for example, we know that they went to see Flo in January. It was an animation movie, and it was like 2 tickets, for example. Thanks to that, we know have the contact in the mailing list of MailChimp tagged with animation, flow, 2 tickets, and last visited. And we can sort out all the data, put all the people that bought ticket for this specific event in one audience, and we can then reach them again with, oh, did you see that we have another Cinemanette next month? Maybe it's more interesting. So thanks to this high precision targeting, we manage, the resolution isn't really clear, but we managed to up our open rate on MailChimp by like, we were at 25% or 30% when we were doing really great. And now with the high audience targeting, high precision audience targeting, we are at 75. So we are very happy about that. And for the clicks as well, there are a very big difference between 3 to 5% and now 15 to 20%. So that's very fun, that's cool, but we have our biggest obstacle, it's the lack of automation. So maybe, even though we linked the ticketing service with MailChimp, and so the contacts are tagged automatically, we need to do ourselves the selecting contact and put them in a specific audience. So we need to not forget the day after the event to sort out our contacts and adding them to the audience. And yeah, I finished. So yeah.
Take the stage. You got 2 minutes left.
Yeah. So if you have any question.
Does anyone have a question for Alix?
I'm wondering, we've tried something similar before, but a lot of video games are like a one-player kind of thing. How do you make sure that everybody gets to play and everybody's still happy at the end of the night?
We had the experience. So the first Cinemanette the second Cinemanette we did was the Adams Family. So there was one game that was multiplayer, so 4 people could play, and then the other game were 1 player only. So it was a bit sad because, especially when it's young kids, 1-player game is maybe a bit too difficult, and so they don't really understand what's happening. And our host, Loic, is trying to explain what's going live, but it's difficult. But now that we know that, Loic is curating the video games with that in mind. And for Christmas, we did Home Alone, of course. And the video game were mainly multiplayer. And people in the audience that were not playing, because you can only play up to 4 people, the people who were not playing were still engaged, very, very engaged because of the commenting. You can see that people are watching, people playing video game online on Twitch and everything. So it's just a different format. It's watching people play video game in a movie theater, and people are very enjoying this. It was very cool to see. But yeah, that's the risk. No, if the screening is sold out, maybe not everyone has a chance to play, but it's still a very great moment to assist.
So I don't know anything about video games or the rights behind it, but is there someone you have to pay, or do you have a partner to make it like all technically possible, or?
So we are lucky in Kedis that we have a team dedicated for video games. They are in touch with developers, so some of the game we directly receive them from them. Our projectionist team also are very open to try new things, so we always try before the screening. And you ask for the legal part of it. So it's very blurry. It's very legal blurry at the moment. So we always ask the developer for the rights. We always buy the game, but sometimes we don't receive a response, and we still do it because we don't do FIFA, GTA, or big game, the AAA game. We do indie games, so it's more a platform for them to get to get famous, to get to know them. So yeah, sometimes they really but want us to play their game at such events like this. So it's just a conversation we need to have.
I just have a short question. I don't know if you said which ticket system you use?
We changed our ticket systems 1 year ago now, and we use alpha tickets.
Really quick follow-up to that. I was just wondering, for these events, do you charge a different rate, or is it the normal rate of the cinema?
No, we are very happy to propose the event the same rate, and people can also come to this event with their Cinepass, which is a card you can go with multiple people. There is 6 tickets on this card, and so it's available on the event.
I would like to inquire what is the technical method gathering statistic, like you said about.
I didn't understand the question. Sorry.
What is your method gathering the statistic about the viewers when they watch the last movie and the others?
All the data and statistics are collected from the ticketing service, and then a part of it is sorted through MailChimp. So we have the dashboard where we can find all the statistics we need. So yeah, that's it.
So one more? I don't know if I miss it. What's the duration of playing and movie?
It's 1 hour of playing and then the movie, depending on how much time is it. But we make a point to not say it in the communication, because sometimes people just want to see the movie and don't want to come to the video game part, which is very sad because we are both in a cinema and a video game center, espace jeux vidéo in French. So we really want to bring video games to people, so that's the way we do it. And most of the time, people are very happy because for Home Alone, people came just for the movie. They didn't know that the video game session was happening, and they were very, very happy about it. And now they are coming back. They were here again for Flow, and we are expecting them in May for the Goonies.
Anyone else? And we can thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'd like to welcome Raiko from Artis in Estonia to the stage.
Now let's talk about video games and anime. Do we have a video clip there somewhere? Can we play video clips? While they're trying to play the video clips. Yeah, I don't have a video clips there. I sent separate video clips. It's not on the.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do any visuals because the emails were if you want to do visuals, but they still kind of forced me to do it. I made these in my hotel room. So, talking about communication, right? Anyway. Since we don't have the videos, I actually had a video clip that I would love to show, but this is one of the viral video clips we had from our esports tournaments. Bandai Namco and everybody else shared it. It's a Tekken 8 opening tournament we hosted. Anyway, it seems we might not get a video clip. Yeah, but how do I get to the video clip from here? Yeah, I sent you different files in the email, first line. Please play this file. Okay. Oh, it's because that's a great introduction, easier. Anyway, as long as he's doing this one, quick background. I have nothing to do with marketing in general. I studied math and coding. Then I worked 7 years as a construction project manager, and my specialty was underground infrastructure. And while I stayed home with my children, I started writing about movies and games. I went into YouTube. I discovered I had a talent for understanding YouTube analytics and data. I made some pretty successful YouTube channels. So I funded my own platforms, esport communities. I built my own esports teams, and I hosted like 400, exactly 400 tournaments all around Baltics, Finland.
Watch her! Back throw here, Will. Oh my god, that's so much damage! Oh, the comeback. This is some massive damage.
Bro,
damage.
was that 70% of the HP? What the fuck is that character?
It was the opening event for when Tekken 8 launched. Tekken 8 is a big fighting game in esports community, and since I forgot to mention, while I started writing about movies, I kind of went into journalism as well. I now work full-time as an entertainment journalist as well, besides the artist job. I started writing about entertainment, board games, movies, and video games, and through that I kind of have like direct contact with all the developers like Bandai Namco, Capcom, all their marketing teams, and we work together to do esports tournaments and like opening events or promoting VR games or like streamers. So that's where it kind of came from. So first thing when I came to Artis, I didn't even look numbers, which is saying a lot. I straight went into it. I want to do anime, and I want to do esports, right? So literally on the first day on the job, I booked the spot, 14th of June, that this is our first tournament in Artis that I want to do, and it went well. So let's go and, well, simple question, why do gaming and esports in cinema? Answer is here. Gamers love experience, like big screens, everything, and of course it's about face-to-face competition, right? There was another clip that we can show it. This was just a small 12-second clip of pretty much my awards at home, because I am an esports player myself. So I took myself a role as a villain. So I'm the villain in Baltics, in Finland, in Sweden. I'm the guy who everybody wants to beat, right? So I'm using that to sell these events. If you want to beat me, you have to be here. And the game, like the clip you see, I'm going to make it very hard for you. I'm going to humiliate you, and I'm going to make fun of you. But if they win me, the crowds go crazy, right? So this is the hype, right? And of course, if you want to sell tickets, you have to lose sometimes. I know you're watching, so anyway. So but the problem with esports tournaments is it's technically very difficult to do, and this is why other cinemas don't do it. You need like 10 PlayStations, you need cords, switches, you need powerful computers, you need a lot of tech, you need time to do it, you need team to boot it up, you need money for to do it. So in order to do it, either you have it or you need to partner with somebody who has it, right? So I am usually the one they partner with to help to the tournaments. So for example, when Latvia wants to do tournaments, they contact me. I go and help them to do the tournaments because, well, they don't have the equipment. So this is why other cinemas really can't replicate it, right? Because where do you take like 50,000 euros to get the setup right? So that's the hard part of it. So my suggestion is each and every one of your countries, there is a fighting game community, FGC or Counter-Strike community or whatever. They have tech already. They have everything you need. They just need a place. So you as a cinema just offer them the space and give them time to set up, to promote the event and things like that. So they have it. So you can offer it. The good news is gamers have money, right? So you can ask 25 euros. If your regular ticket is 7, ask 25. They will still come. They will still play because it's not like they have opportunities to play on these events. Also, awards is important one. Size doesn't matter, meaning does. So okay, I'm damn. Anyway, so you don't really have to worry about, I have to keep them big, but no, just diploma and the bragging rights. This is all about bragging rights because this is sport, right? We don't really care about like, oh, 5,000 euros. Doesn't matter. If I win, I can brag, and that is sweeter than the, like a couple of euros, right? So, and anime, let's skip the esports, I can speak about them later maybe. Anime was because there is no real like places for to watch anime, right? I'm a big anime fan, who isn't, like solo leveling, right? Anyway, so this was the first thing, but the problem with Estonia is we can't really get rights to a lot of movies because our friendly neighbor at the east just keeps getting Estonia as our rights, so we are struggling with that one to somehow, if anybody's watching from somewhere, please stop selling our rights to Russia, what the fuck? And yeah, I am sure you are. So may make it a little bit easier for us. And what I do Kahoot. I always make the Kahoot challenging in the sense that it's engaging. So you have to know your thing. And again, I put myself against them. So and you can consider the event successful when somebody from the crowd says, excuse me, well, actually, then, oh, nice, somebody is finally, thinking along. So, but it has to be, with like anime stores, with everything pretty much like Japanese themed. So there's like this big network that I have pretty much built, again, through video games to other events that you can just go. So there's just examples, make pictures, or just look, these ones. So, the overlap, this what maybe I don't have time to talk about, but gamers and anime fans are pretty much the same people. Gamers also like movies. If you go to any Discord or any kind of a community that are gamers, they talk a lot about movies. So once you get there into a cinema, gamers are loyal. Gamers are more loyal than like Apple iPhone like users, right? And there is a big conflict there. Apple and Android, they have console versus PC, Nintendo versus PlayStation. And you can feed off that forever. You can do Nintendo Smash tournaments, you can do Gran Turismo racing tournaments, right? You can do VR, horror gaming nights, you can do live streaming inside the cinema. Live streaming is monetized content, right? 2,000, 3,000 euros just for the live streaming content if you have a built audience, right? And you can sell tickets. So the ceiling of money earning opportunity is quite high. But again, you need kind of expertise and kind of like big understanding how to make this kind of work. And same applies to anime as well. You do anime events, you give them awards, please come to our gaming nights, etc. So, and it's pretty much like the loop. So make some pictures or something like that. So yeah, the one thing I thought, it's actually all about like authenticity as well. You have to be gamer yourself, or you have to be anime fan, because people can understand if you're not really that. Thank you. So it's.
Question: how long does like a gaming session? Because you can sell tickets, but how long does one session last?
6 hours and 6 hours. But we start 10 p.m.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah,
when you don't screen films,
yeah, we are not really sacrificing screen time, right? And we stream it. Everything is streamed. This is monetized content. We have built like our own channels. I have a couple of very big YouTube channels I use to get viewers. And the gamers that come to us, like from gamers from Sweden, from Finland, from Latvia, they are all big gamers. Gamers by nature. They live on the internet. They also have their own following. So when they come to challenge us, for example, Battle of Nations, when Finland loses, I mean, like, can Estonians be more proud at that moment? Right. So and this keeps like going on. So in return, when they do event, we go to Finland. So we always have to make sure that there's no overlap, because we can't do the events at the same time, because we kind of have the same gaming audience, right? And but it's not just fighting games. It's Counter-Strike, it's Call of Duty, it's FIFA tournaments. You can do that with a lot of partners. There's so many partners when you go with, like into video games. So yeah.
Does anybody have a question for Raiko?
So I'm gonna ask a kind of the same question as someone asked me. How do you stream and make profit from that on a legal battle? Because if it's bigger game, I suppose there is bigger legal team.
Yeah, there are no like real legal issues because I get all the games from the publishers. I don't buy any games at all. I just ask Bandai Namco, I know I need like 8 Tekken 8 copies. Can you send me? Sure. Or I ask PlayStation Estonia, I need 5 PlayStations. So can you please send them over, right? So I'm not in that regard spending money, and I keep the PlayStations, by the way. And then I use these in the next events, and I'm lending them out to others who want to do this as well, because next generation, in a sense, need to be taught out, right? So I did my last event last year, which was 400. So I'm not doing any more because 400 is a beautiful number. So now I'm just pretty much lending equipment to others to do. I'm telling them know-how. I'm giving them streaming channels. I'm pretty much giving them data, how to build up their community, how to get comments, viewers, etc., so they could monetize on their own, right? And now, as a cinema, I'm just asking rent, pretty much.
Anyone else, or are we going to go to the next? We're quite on time. That's very nice.
We're like a Swiss clock.
Yeah.
If you have gaming questions, everything, I have a lot of examples, like how to do Just Dance events at the Cinemanette. Yeah, I have.
You fix everything.
I have done. I've done like a lot of big events. I've done even in Germany Gamescom. I have come. Germany Gamescom. I'm from Poland. Yeah, but I went like really like far away from home to do it, and it's not like all about the machines and computers. It's a lot about the know-how and the speed. Like the running the brackets, understanding the rules. They argue a lot, so it helps if you're like big and scary. So, and big and scary because with sport, this is one thing. The sport kind of gets heated sometimes, especially when like the national pride is on the line. So I have so many stories and video clips, but these video clips, they get like millions of views, and this is not like tens of thousands. They get millions of views, like these viral clips. So the one clip we show, there was like 100 different versions of it. Everybody shared it. Bandai Namco shared it. Even Capcom shared it, although Capcom makes Street Fighter. So these kinds of things happen.
Thank you, Raiko. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we.
Too close to the speakers. Yes, all these rules. You're gonna put a stick here.
Okay, we did the workshop. We were in the different groups. We're gonna be in the same group like you were before the lunch. But the funny thing, we all did different things. But now we're all gonna do the same thing. So we're going to do some tasks in group work, and then we're going to present it afterwards. So the idea is that we're going to have the same problems. We discussed them. We made some very nice tasks for you. And then we're going to, perhaps we're going to see, everybody's going to make their own recipe. That's what I wanted to say. And so we're going to taste afterwards how our recipe is going to taste like. Same problem, different solutions, and it's going to be fun, I guess. So then we're going to do 45 minutes of workshops, then we have a 15 minutes coffee break, and then we're going to present and wrap up the day. Good? Yes. How are the vibes? Is there a little bit alive, or is it? Are we going a little bit down? Yeah. Thank you, Thomas. That's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you. Oh, and for my group, we cannot enter the cinema hall, so we have to be on the hallway. Hello. Hello, my name is Johnny Cash. No. Hi, everybody. Thanks again being back after the... I have to stand in the light for the photo. Right posture. Yeah. Good. Thanks for being back. We have been doing the workshops. We saw a lot of presentations, a lot of inspiration. I spoke to a lot of people already, and somebody said, "Hey, my brain is on." So that's a good compliment, and I think that's one of the aims of the lab. It also means that your brain is not on. No, well, that's a different thing. Okay. So the idea is that we're gonna have short pitches of we had 2 tasks. So one group was thinking about the reopening of a second venue from the same cinema in the same city, and the other was about the children's festival. So first we're gonna do the reopening of the cinemas. We're gonna do short pitches, like 3 minutes. And although you probably don't have a perfect project plan, and that's totally fine, it's also good to present your way of thinking or just some general ideas or the way of thoughts. And after that, after the short pitch, like 3 to 5 minutes at max, we can give some feedback, or perhaps you have a very nice additional idea, because that's the thing with creativity for me. It's always good to steal good ideas, you know. You can always use them or change them or tweak them a little. So, okay. Yeah? Yeah. We have a volunteer for the first thing already, so... A big applause. Always difficult.
Hi. Oh, can you volunteer as tribute, my group? Yes. Yeah. Excuse me if it's a bit chaotic. My notes are also a bit chaotic. Okay, this is okay, the microphone? Yeah. So I'm Marlies, yeah. And we discussed opening a second venue for an existing cinema in the same city. And immediately we're like thinking about, we called it a clue gathering campaign. So we wanted to start, the perfect place to advertise for your new venue is in your already existing venue. So we want to start with, we had like a communication plan, so we start in January, so it's January, and people are going to the cinema, and they see clues in the cinema. They see pictures, they see like a short trailer with just the words "coming soon." So their minds get racing, they're thinking, what's happening? Every week or as time passes, more and more clues become clear. So the trailer gets like a city or it gets like a date, until the point there's also a countdown clock starting on the new venue. As the countdown clock is counting down and the clues are coming together, there's an end of the communication campaign, so people know that we want to open a second venue. So the countdown clock stops, all the clues are gathered, and people know we want to open a second venue in an old historical building. And then at the same time as the countdown clock ends, there's a projection. And the day before, we already released a press release, so we hope that the press is there. And then we announced that we have an opening week at our new cinema. And as a concept, we chose for non-stop film for 1 week long, 24/7. Yeah. No exceptions, there's a movie the whole week. And with the press release, we also do an announcement with a competition. So the person who stays there the longest can win 1 year of film for free. So if you can sit out the whole week, then you're the winner and you can win a whole year for free. So that's kind of how we thought it would be. For the clues, it's okay. For the clue campaign, we were thinking about in what style this should be. So we really wanted people to have like a cinematic trailer, but instead of seeing the trailer for a new movie, they realize it's for a new venue as more clues become clear. Also, the posters are in the same style, so it's like a movie poster, but not for a movie, but for our new cinema. We also thought about how we can make this like go around town without doing a lot of efforts on our own. So we talked about stickers and like actively giving them away so people could like guerrilla stick them everywhere in the city. Yeah, it's
We had a little budget. Okay, yeah, so we have budget, so we print stickers. People, we don't distribute them, but the people do it themselves. So we give them away, we give them to family, colleagues, to our audience. 1 minute left. So people stick them around town. So we kind of saw it like a puzzle with clues in the cinema, but also social media-wise, that like posts are coming up and people don't really know what's happening until they realize, oh, they're opening a second venue. What did I also wrote down? I think that's about it. Short. Did I forget something? Do we have... No?
I can see why you wanted to go first, because you set up the bar pretty high. Yeah, big compliments.
Thanks. Low budget stickers.
Really cool the way how you thought of a lot of things, like a whole project plan already. Any thoughts or ideas that you liked, or things that you perhaps can improve?
Yeah, we kind of discussed that, but we wanted the name to be not the same as the old venue, but that it had a link. But we didn't really choose names for it. But like Cinema 1 or Cinema 2, it's too easy that way. But like that, it has like a link. Yeah. But we also use like one Facebook account, everything is on the same socials. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
I was wondering if did your team also, like our team lived in dreamland, so we had infinite resources, right? But did you ever talk about, assuming you're still like managing this first venue, maybe you hired another team to...
We have, the team is like, we have a big team at the new venue. Big team. Yeah,
great.
That's why we can do the 24-hour marathon for 7 days.
Any more comments, things you would like to share?
What I would think is hard is because you have one company that has 2 locations. Like, how do the locations differ from each other? Or, yeah, I don't know if you talked about what makes one location attractive to the audience or unique.
No, not yet. We really like focused on an opening campaign. Not yet like how it's different or if it's the same or not. But yeah, I don't think it would be like a completely different programmation. So, but we didn't really elaborate on that. Yeah. No, it's not a church anymore. We don't want to disgrace the churches. It's an old historical building.
Okay, many thanks, Marlies.
Yes.
Perhaps another group who was doing the festival thing. Oh, sorry, I was meaning the opening thing. Sorry, you're totally right. So the opening of a second, sorry.
So, hi guys. So, we have a cinema called Kino, which is very famous, and we need another one, which will be Kino Club. Really creative. All right. So the difference between the two, that our Kino Club is going to open because we can afford to build a place for more niche films and discussions using the help of curators. It will be 100% a cultural place, and we will have. Yeah, it will be smaller than the one we have, and more comfortable spaces like sofas and stuff, and also a bar. And yeah, so the campaign will be we will use spots at the first cinemas, which says that come and visit the second. All right. So yes, the full name will be Kino Club second home, because it will be a second home for us, but a second home for you too. So we want it to be homey, very cozy, and so we will use spots. Also, we want it to be, because it's small, we want to be really connected to the audience, so we will go around the neighborhood, going door to door, and ask them to come for our opening night. We will have a press conference 10 days before the opening ceremony, and then every 10 days we will share a detail day by day about the cinema, but really small ones, not really exposing the whole cinema. And of course, we will have like a invite-based opening with special guests and sponsors, and then we will have a grand opening to the public. And the only thing that we share with that you should expect plenty of surprises. And I'm checking if I left something out. Of course, newspapers, printed flyers. Yeah, I think, yeah. And also we will have special program, and the program called Last Chance, with replaying the movies from the other one. So that's the last chance when you can watch this movie. And also we will share Instagram and all the social media accounts between the two cinemas. Yeah, thank you. Any questions?
So the last thing you said was that the social media accounts, you have one account for the two venues, or
Yes.
two different accounts?
One account for two venues, yes.
Okay.
For the start, but we are open to creating another account if it's necessary.
Are you sure you're working in cinema, not in politics?
Not yet. Hungary needs a new politician.
Oh, you're a natural, that's for sure. Yeah.
What do you do with the website to distinguish the both cinemas?
So I think so the same website, and just like a place where you can choose which one, and the different colors.
But it's really funny because actually we had this case. We are reopening a new cinema in the same venue, and we were really discussing should we have one or two websites, and that's interesting. Difficult. We had two websites. That was our decisions. Okay, one question was here.
Hello. So my curiosity is, what is going on with the previous venue during the campaign that you are doing for the new one?
It's used as a marketing tool. So it should be working like, because you have to screen the spots, the trailers, and so on. Yeah. It should be.
Yeah, okay, but good. But on the other side, so how you see, I mean, how you divide the work for the, because also you need to keep doing something for the previous venue, continue to make a program, and and because all the forces and all the attention you'll put on the new one, what is going on with the old one?
I think this is like two workshops in one, what you're asking now. We cannot have all the questions, of course.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. And now the last group who's reopening a cinema, or who's opening a cinema. A big round of applause. Okay.
Okay, guys, I don't have any notes, so it's gonna be interesting. To be honest, where to go? Here? Is it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the one guy. Yeah, I'm a bit embarrassed, to be honest. Both of the approaches were very sweet, like knocking on doors and giving people stickers. Our first idea was shocking, burning down the first cinema. So then we got the media attention. We burned the cinema before the opening of the second cinema. So everything is quite new. Yeah. that was the first. Yeah. 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 Yeah, then we decided that this is a really capitalistic way how to do it, and that we are not capitalists. Yeah, that we were gonna do it differently. We were thinking about more approaches. This was the most drastic one. Yeah, we got different approaches. Then we were thinking that maybe we are a bit like more successful cinema with some contacts, and that we can use these contacts to help us build a campaign. That we can actually do the content from the new before the opening. That we can do interviews with our contacts, with our ambassadors, with famous people connected with our first cinema. So then we got the media attention through this way, and we can use our like main venue to screen the trailers before it. But we would mainly focus on social media to use all the contacts we got to get the most impact of the campaign as possible with zero budget. And also another approach would be to do something controversial for the opening. So no. That was the drastic way. The controversial way would be like screening some really controversial movie, choosing something no one would expect from us to do, or do something a bit mild, like for example, do the live dubbing of the first movie. That's something actually we do in my cinema. That would be quite interesting, a bit controversial maybe. So yeah, we were thinking about a lot of ways how to do it, but I think it's enough.
Thank you. Very good. What I like about this approach, that it's more a presentation of like a creative process. You know, what are your thoughts from A to B? And the funny thing is, although this plan is definitely not as clear as the others, and that's fine, but you get the biggest reaction, closing down a cinema in a group of cinema lovers. So you're. No, but
yeah, it's about the attention. You know, when you don't get the budget, you need to find a way how to get the biggest attention of people.
But I think you provoked something in this room, and I think that is really interesting to see what happened, because I think you gave the biggest response to the fact that we wanted to burn a cinema down, and if you can use that in your media campaign to get the attraction, that's interesting. And I don't know if you have to burn it, but you can.
Proud of that, but.
But you can, for example, burn the old chairs, for example, on a big market square, and to announce it like a big way. And then it's not as controversial as this.
Okay, maybe not burn at all. No.
See.
Like they believe that they burned it, but not.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't have the budget, so it's quite hard to do CGI without the budget.
This was actually a zero budget one. No flyers, no stickers. Zero.
Okay. I like your thinking.
Creating the budget. The budget.
The insurance company would like to have some proof that you didn't do it.
Okay, we're going to the next.
Have you seen Double Identity?
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for burning down a cinema. Woohoo! Thank you. You're a great audience. Okay. Yeah, okay, thank you. I like you. Let's go to the festival. Thank you, Ola. Somebody would like to present? Luke. Oh, it's a group of Ola. Very good. I'm looking forward to this.
Thank you very much. Okay, I hope I don't get attacked by that noise. Hello, everyone. So we won't be burning anything, just to say that up front. So we were asked to make a children's film festival over a 1-week period, and we've come up with Cine Summer Camp. So first I'll talk a little bit about the format of the festival and then go into some of the marketing and promotion. So we decided that the dates we would choose would be early summer holidays, as we didn't think that after school sessions would be that reliable during the week. So we've gone for early summer holidays. We're going to open on a Monday with an outdoor daytime screening, maybe in a park. This would be subsidized by our lovely socialist government in our imaginary country. And we would work in partnership with local non-profit zero waste food recoup, which we actually have done in Brussels. So, so that we would have some kind of family barbecue. This wouldn't be a paid ticket event. This would be free entry. And that would be the launch of our festival. Then on day 2, we would have the national premiere of How to Train Your Dragon new live action movie. And we would encourage kids to come dressed up as their favorite movie characters, possibly with some like age group things, picking some of our favorite animation films so it's more inclusive and no one's coming dressed as princes and princesses, etc. On day 3, we had a lovely idea to have a pajama breakfast screening. This would be with lights on, a little bit of a more cozy and accessible atmosphere, volume turned down a little bit to encourage a more chatty kind of atmosphere. On day 4, we would have a morning all-day workshop with puppet and stop-motion filmmaking in partnership with local production houses and in association with school districts to book bigger activity groups and make sure people actually turn up for the workshops, followed by a screening of a stop-motion film. On day 5, we would have a Miyazaki master chef making food from a Miyazaki movie in collaboration with local kitchen and food associations, followed by a screening of My Neighbor Totoro. Day 6 would be a feature film, and the closing on day 7 would be a feature film, plus a screening of the 2-minute films produced by the children in the first workshop. It wouldn't be a competition as such, but just a screening. Then for the marketing promotion, the first thing we would do is the poster, and what we would do is plan this several months ahead with school and youth groups like Scouts, sports organizations and schools for an end-of-year poster competition where classes design collectively or individually potential posters. The winner will be chosen by us and will be used as the promotional material for the event, sponsored by either a local kids activity or a toy shop or something like that for a prize. The winner of the poster competition would also get a free class ticket to the whole festival. Then we would have teaser trailers seeding the festival and the animation workshops in our cinema for several months ahead of the event as well. We'd have a press moment to launch the poster at the beginning of the festival, ahead of the festival, and we would be posting Google ads in children-related websites I wrote, parents' local thingy to-do websites, voila. We would have a limited amount of flyers distributed in, I wrote, parenty areas. We would have paid campaigns on socials, hopefully for quite cheap, adverts in newspapers and local magazines, and we would set aside some tickets for outreach to underprivileged groups of children that don't normally get to come to the cinema. There would be a web landing page with clear access to tickets, a family plan options, as well as tickets sold separately for each event, and parents would pay a reduced rate equal to the child rate. And so that was our idea for Cine Summer Camp.
Well, that's a full program. I almost don't. It's amazing. I almost don't dare to ask, but somebody would like to add something to this program. That's.
Don't ask about the budget.
No, I was really. I love the project, and now I want to see to know who are going to do it, because I really want to see it come to life, like literally. I think it's very cool. Well, I might steal some idea from my.
Please do, yeah.
So, yeah, great.
But yeah, we had a really good brainstorm. It was quite fun. We just sat down and spat a lot of ideas out, and a lot of them were very cool. Thank you.
Any more ideas, or perhaps things you would do different? Oh, sorry.
So think this is something we all struggle with. If you do something during the summer, you're if it's good weather, people don't want to come to the cinema. They don't want to be inside. So, how have you thought about how you will convince people to buy a ticket in advance to make sure they come? Or
yeah, it's a good question, and that's obviously a big limiting factor. I'm not 100% sure of the answer to that. Personally, I would be quite scared to organize a full children's film festival, as opposed to having 1 or 2 family screenings within a film festival. So I do think it's a bit risky, and we would just hope to work with as many like schools and classrooms to book some big, and like youth movement type stuff to book bigger groups of children coming in with bundle tickets, try and promote it through those as well. That's the best we could think of, I think.
And you can take advantage of the nice weather and do screenings outside.
Yeah.
It's a really practical question, but how do you do your screenings outside? At what time of day? During the daylight, or?
Yeah, we did it with Cinéma Galerie. We did it. We were doing it again for our festival in New Orleans this summer, where we'll have like a family session outside, and it is during the daylight. It's not quite the same effect as watching a movie in the cinema. Obviously, we played it was an MP4, it's not a DCP projector, obviously. But it worked pretty well, and it was during daylight. Yeah.
But then it's LED.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Actually, yeah, it was an LED screen. Sorry, it wasn't a projector yet. It was an LED screen when we did it last time. I'm sorry. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Very good. We once did for children's I Can Go Very Late to Bed screening. You know, for the people who were a little bit older, you know, and then they really liked it that they could stay up for very long. Yeah. Okay. Go. Yes.
Thank you. What? Okay. Yeah, ours is more interesting, but also less ethical, I think, marketing-wise. No, it's not super unethical. It's just
a little unethical.
A little. So, what? Did you say something? No, we're just burning their books. No, I'm just joking. So, this is what was it? Sorry, Children's Film Festival for a week during a holiday where it's not sunny outside, in a zoo, so it's not bad weather, with the theme animals. And so, I didn't even do anything. It's the phone? Oh. Oh. Okay. Come to this. This is the lucky side. Will you hold it? No. No, it's okay. Okay, sorry. That's a lot of time wasted. God, I can't read like this. Anyway, well, we're gonna have every day. We're gonna open around 9:30. We're gonna have workshops from 10 to 11. Then we're gonna have screenings from 11 to 12:30. And then before and after the workshops and screenings, we're gonna have a very nice contribution from, I forgot your name, so I don't know why I pointed this way, but we're gonna have like a sensory space, an outside area, open area with like some sensory places to discover, like, you know, do sensory stuff. And the target group, the main target group are cinephile parents of children, obviously, if you're a parent. Sorry, it's too late in the day for me. And the second, and children aged 6 to 9, and then children aged 10 to 12, because we feel like it's necessary to divide them. And secondary, I just wrote all other, but I guess it's like general, families in general. We set 3 goals, because we're cool. One is to sell 100 children's tickets across the week. A second one is introducing and involving children to cinema with cinema and film culture, and then establishing a connection with the families and the parents so they will return. Yeah, I'm gonna jump. We had some messaging. We had some, you know, a whole ass plan with a, sorry for, is that a curse word? I don't know. We're going to partner up with the city, with the library, and with the zoo. The city will hopefully manage, like have a big outreach for distribution, and the reason why they would collaborate on this is because it's a small city and they want to provide activities for children, and so we'll use all their channels to, and their resources to do marketing. The library, we want them to come and have a stand during the festival, so they will like bring books about animals and children and animals, and yeah, so hopefully they have a marketing system that's all right. And the zoo, we're thinking of doing some either the opening or screenings in the zoo beforehand, and so like to create like some yes, what you said about the festival. Maybe offering some discounts to the zoo with the tickets. And actually, now that I think of it, no, never mind. Politics aside, that was for you. So before the program releases, we're gonna like do some like trips here and there on social media, like the website. And 1 minute left. Oh my Lord. The coolest part of what we're going to do before the festival is to put up, go around the city with like chalk stencils, putting up like some like hints to what's coming, maybe a QR code that to like a web page that's later going to be updated with the program, and yeah, get ready all the material, blah blah blah. Then when we're releasing the program, we're going to invite the press to the zoo, do like the press release. Stickers, posters, flyers that cost $0. Hang them up in cultural centers and schools, and like give them attend parent-teacher conferences, like go to the library and talk with the kids, like have other people also hand out and distribute these materials. And then of course for social media, newsletters, website, update like calendars and screens, whatever is accessible basically. A cool idea would be to create a filter with a hashtag, so and like contact those momfluencers. So like, oh, you use this filter which makes you into a run of animal, then we give you free tickets. Yeah, that's I think. Yeah, the zoo has a mascot probably already that is an animal, so that we will use this to go around like in the city and going like with a T-shirt, with a festival, with a hashtag, so it will like be very cool. And yeah, I think.
Applause.
To be continued.
Thank you so much. What I really like is the amount of ideas that you have, because
it's all mine. No, it's not.
Who was in that group?
Oh yeah.
All from her? No, I do not believe that.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, but I was about to give you a compliment, but not anymore.
No, I don't deserve it.
No, but it's good if you have a lot of ideas and don't kill them immediately. You know, you can always do that later on.
I have a question.
Yeah. Are there any questions? Oh,
oh thank you. I was thinking, have you been considering the well-being of the animals in the zoo? I know they're in the zoo already and they, you know, get through some stuff, but still, this is a very concrete, like specific place with very sensitive thing to think about.
Yeah, that's what I realized when I said, oh, the politics, that we're combining animals and children, and animals in cages, and I just had a whole thing going on in my head. Well, this is a zoo with, like, what are those called, from Star Wars and stuff, where they, like, project things up, what's it called? Hologram animals. Yeah, they have.
That's a very nice. There was another question here.
Sorry, I made that up. But yeah, that was
just the starting time 9:30. Like you said that the festival starts 9:30 in the morning. Why that early?
Oh, the idea is not necessarily that it starts that early, but that it will be like the open space will be with like the different sensory items that are maybe probably connected to the films in the festival. That it's going to be open on both a bit before and during and after. And so the screenings will start at 10:30, right? 10:30 to, no, 11. So 9:30, I probably meant 10:30.
Okay, yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah.
Good. Any more questions, remarks, additions?
Don't talk about ethical stuff.
No ethicals, no politics. I just want to brag that we have screenings in the zoo every year. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. The Budapest Zoo.
Cool.
What kind of movies do you show there?
Just
35mm and speak about celluloid, how it's made of, what it's made of.
In the zoo?
Yeah, it's made of dead animals.
Oh, this is a nice experience for children.
Used to be.
Well, we all want them to become vegetarian, so.
It can be very sustainable, you know. It's a short distance. Okay, many thanks. Okay, and the last children's festival presentation is be given by the man with the best name in this crowd.
Hi, I'm Tom. I find it quite ironic that I'm the one speaking about the marketing campaign, as I do not deal with neither marketing nor children programming. So, but here it is. So, first I want to establish that we are supposed to come up with a campaign for this children's film festival within the framework of our cinema and with no budget. So we actually didn't come up with any kind of a theme for this festival. We just thought about how to promote it. And we come up with those two ideas. So actually it's a one idea. Yeah, it's a one idea that, that is based on a parallel marketing. So we would do like, we would try to get to both children and parents. So we come up with the idea of a children's jury at the festival. So we would invite them to participate in the festival. The application would actually, a part of the application, a part of the registration form would have to be, a part of the task would have to be to record a short film, like a Facebook, Instagram role, where they would have to answer the question why they prefer to watch the films in a theater without their parents' supervision. So that would be like they would have to be a bit creative, and this would be a platform for them to maybe criticize their parents. So it may be a little bit funny, I don't know. And the other part of the marketing campaign would be directed towards parents, and we come up with this kind of a, I don't know, maybe viral question, hashtag question. Sorry, I don't have a phone with me. Yeah. Is it legal? Exactly. No. But is it legal? And we didn't come up with like many options, but one of them was to lock or to leave. Sorry, to leave. Is it legal to leave your kids with stranger in a dark room? And we thought about, especially me, I was inspired by Kino Rotterdam's trailers. So we thought about using this hashtag or using this question and do those kind of trailers using clips from movies. So my initial idea was to use Gaspar Noé's climax scene where the kid is fried in this electricity box. But then we thought about maybe a little bit so something not that dramatic and kind of related to Hansel and Gretel's aesthetics, poetics, something like that. Yeah, so that's it.
Thank you. And again, this is a way of thinking. Any remarks?
First of all, I really like the idea of implementing the kids jury in the kids festival, because when we were listening to the presentation that what failed, we heard that they're supposed to be well-known people, but well-known to whom? And I do really think that by creating a jury with children, kids, it actually make them more attached and involved in the festival, and then they really could actually want to participate in the festival and try to be part of the jury. And I would really like to all film festival dedicated to kids that they use it, because it's very cool for them to be part of the jury and be involved in the festival life.
Yeah, we'd love them to be a part not only of the jury, but the whole festival. And I think I didn't mention that, but the short videos that they're supposed to record for the the jury application, we would love to use them on our social media to promote the festival. So that would be for them a platform. I'm not sure. Like in my institution, none of it would be legal, and none of the solutions that were presented here would be like feasible at all. So yeah.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay. What I like about those crazy ideas is, you know, the sky can be the limit, and if you're limiting yourself to those. Is it possible? Is it legal? Can we afford it? We've already done that. Those are definitely idea killers. You know, it's very nice if you can swallow them, you can think them and swallow them and go on. And afterwards, you can always say, "Is it legal?" Of course, you have to do that because that's your task as a cinema in this case. But it's really interesting again from this idea. You are saying something with the kids, and is it legal? And then immediately your response. So that when you're talking about free publicity, it's definitely an angle that you can take, and you have to do it very carefully, of course. But it can be interesting to work on that for a little longer. Okay, many thanks.
Thanks.
Wrap up or?
10 minutes. Maybe we can ask if they want to implement anything from
Yeah.
what they heard.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Okay, we're almost wrapping up. Maybe some very short shout out some ideas that you think about today, or something that you would like to bring home, or would like to chew a little bit on.
There's a great comment.
Okay, yeah, sure. I just found it interesting that two groups that were sent to the basement, the lowest level, came upstairs with ideas. Let's burn down the cinema and let's fry the kids.
Yeah, I think it was pretty cold there, so we tried to heat up ourselves, subconscious. But what I really like is, you know, we had 3 groups doing the same task, and you all came up with so many different ideas, and I think that's very important in our field of work. Any other ideas about today, or some feedback, or just an?
Something I remembered, I think everyone who went in front said like, I don't have a lot of structure, my notes are a little bit chaotic, and maybe that's something I'll think about when I go to the hotel later, that maybe you need structure to organize all the brainstorming and the big ideas. It's fun to have these kind of sessions, but then afterwards you should kind of structure them, and then maybe you can implement them. But I think that's the second step that I will take home.
But I think always it starts with a way of thinking, and then with a lot of ideas, and then of course you have to narrow it down to the thing: is it legal, and those things, for sure. Any more questions? Okay, then observation from my side. I don't know if you share it, but feel free to add. But what I really liked yesterday, we didn't know each other, and now I saw so many buzz already, and everybody's talking to each other, and I really liked it. So I'm happy with that. So thank you for that. I think I think Bianca has some things to say. So welcome to the stage, Bianca, the one and only.